out that one of his cases is linked to the case that Jeff and Angel is working on, which is linked to a former police officer who has been trying to take down Tony and the corrupt cops for a while now. But he was pressured with a choice, which was to resign or lose his life. When he discovers that Tony is trying to take him out, Ted realizes that he needs to come up with a new plan to protect himself. With the help of his friends in the FBI, John the journalist, Angel and Jeff the two rookie cop, Ted fakes his own death and goes into hiding. He spends some time researching Tony's operations and allies in order to build a case against him. He also takes some extreme measures such as changing his identity and using aliases to stay out of reach from Tony. Meanwhile, Tony and the corrupt cops have been spreading rumors about Ted being dead, but Ted colleagues realizes that he isn't actually dead, which causes tension between some coworkers as they are now aware that Ted is onto something. Ted eventually finds enough evidence to put together a detailed case against Tony and the corrupt cops. Ted brought the evidence he uncovered to the captain that was met with resentment. Angel and Jeff, two hard-working beat cop, notice something isn't right when they realize their suspect keep eluding them each time they tried to arrest him. Another dead body keeps showing up at a crime scene. That has clear links to him and the mob. Ted working jointly with Angel and her partner Jeff. They notice Tony is connected to a lot of shady criminal activity. They attempt to uncover the truth but quickly finds themselves in over their head. The journalist team discovers a few clues that lead him to the mob boss daughter. She reveals that Tony has been paying off top cops in the department for years so that he can get away with his criminal activities. John is now on the run from both the mob and the police. Desperate for help, John contacts his old friend's son Ted, who in turn contacts his FBI colleague who agrees to look into the matter. After a few days of investigation, they find out that Tony was using his position to traffic illegal goods and launder money for the mob boss. In order to protect himself and take down Tony and the corrupt cops, once and for all, he had to work with Ted and his team. They advised John to disappear for a while and go into hiding, probably undercover. With help from his friend Ted, the FBI and the street team whom he thinks he can trust. Angel, Jeff and Joe, who is friends of Ted's dad Angus. Joe is a street smarts old school cop who knows everything, but knows nothing. Joe knows a lot more than he is letting on. I think it is a matter of trust, in the midst of all the corruption turmoil that is going on. However, he plans to help Ted and the team to halt the corruption in the department, which is an uphill task. Joe agrees to do that in order to try and clear his conscience. He thinks he owes it to Ted's dad Angus. He knew what they did to Angus, but he tries to do nothing to stop it, not saying all by himself he could, but at least try. That he never does. Now it is time to make amends.